Boas noites. Disculpar que me presente como profesional, pero son as cousas da vida. É un placer estar aquí sentado ás 2 casi da mañán co o grupo este de amigos australianos, os Chevelles, que brevemente lles preguntei o que significaban, e significa un coche pequeno, é unha marca de Cadillac, e agora paso a preguntarlles algunhas cousas que creo que son de moito interés. Un momentiño. Que hai, Duane?
Hello.
How are you?
Good now. I've had a beer after I finished playing.
How do you find the public from La Coruña?
It's been great. The show tonight was fantastic. The people here are very passionate about their music, which is good to see. It's good to come all the way from the other side of the world and come to Spain and to have people who know the words to your songs. It's very special.
A pesar do tempo, Duane di que está moi contento de estar aquí atuando na Coruña, que o público foi moi agradable. Teño que dicir da miña parte que tiñamos pensado que houbera moito máis, pero o temporal, casi furacán que hai, impideu que viñeran a velo. Ele está moi contento de estar aquí na Coruña. Paso a preguntarlle outra pregunta. People want me to ask you again, why Chevelles?
Why the Chevelles? The name, is the meaning of the name. Why? We're actually, when we first started, the name Chevelles means it's a girl's Chevy that was made in the 60s for export to France, and we just were flicking through a car book and went and looked at it. Sounds like a good name. Sounds nice, you know.
I like it. No, but people are all the time asking me why.
Why?
Because you like it.
We had to get a name, and it was there, and we went, yeah, okay.
Eles tiñan que buscar un nome, o de Chevelles, que era un coche dos 60, como vos dixen antes, lles gustaba moito, entonces é porque lles gusta, e por sentimentos tamén, por que non dicilo. Ora, paso a presentarvos Duane, que canta e toca a guitarra.
I'm Adrian Allen and I play guitar and vocals as well.
Hello, my name's Martin and I'm into crazy rhythms.
Toca como un tolo a batería. Eu se lle dixen que me recordaba a Buñuel cando tocaba en Calanda, que xa lle expliquei o que significaba Buñuel e Semana Santa.
Yeah, hi, my name's Jeff Halley, that's H-A-L-L-E-Y, and I play bass.
Yes, you say everything all right, yes.
Sorry?
No, it was okay. I thought you were playing. I misunderstood.
No, I see. My name is Jeff Halley, H-A-L-L-E-Y. Everybody always spells it with one L, but it's actually two L's.
Yes. Eu lle dixen se estaba bromeando porque nos conocemos máis ben o cego Jeff Healey. Entón dicía se nos estaba tomando o pelo era parente. Sorry, because we were joking because we know very well Jeff Healey. No? You know the blind guy.
Blind,
yeah, I know you're not blind. No, for a reason we was sorry. We were just joking. A ver, que queredes que lle pregunte ahora da vosa parte do Correo Galego?
Mira, pregúntalles se pese a todo esta foi a súa noite máis accidentada porque tiveron montóns de pequenas cousas, por aí pequenos problemiñas.
He's telling me to El Correo Gallego, the popular newspaper. You got a lot of little troubles tonight. How was about it?
Yeah, we had a bit of problem with the PA and a few of the sound problems there tonight. So
But you arranged it.
we always like to take it easy anyway. If there's some problems, it's good to laugh about it, not to get too serious. And we broke some strings on our guitars, and we did not have spares and things like that. But you live with that when you play live music. You have to have a sense of humour.
Yes. É bastante normal que nas actuacións en directo sempre surjan estes pequenos problemas, pero que o levan moi ben e que isto ocorre con certa frecuencia. Estou de acordo con el, porque isto pasa incluso coa NASA, non?
Outra cousiña que teña preparada. Pregúntalles tamén se todos coñecemos que dende Australia veñen grupos como AC/DC, Nexus ou uns grupos moi fortes, non? Pero que é as avangardas, digamos, do novo e xove rock independente?
Sí. He's telling me about, we know a lot of bands from the country, like CDC, CDs, yourself, for example, but What about any alternative new groups? If there is any new wave?
Yeah. Well, Jeff is a promoter in Australia, so he's probably best to answer that question. New wave groups.
Yeah, tell me about something about new groups, please.
About new groups in Australia. Yeah, I bring, in Perth in Western Australia, where we live, I work as a promoter, and I bring bands from all over the world and all over Australia to Australia. And yeah, Australia, there's a lot of new bands. You want me to give you some examples? The better ones that I've seen, one of the bands we've just been touring with, Scream Feeder. They're a new up-and-coming band. Who else is there this side?
Excuse me, are they distributing in Spain, for example?
They're on Survival, same as the Chevelles. And another band that I quite like was You Am I. They're a good up-and-coming band. And there's Front End Loader. These are all kind of your more thrash, Nirvana sounding type stuff. There's a big Seattle type influence scene in Perth and Australia, as there is everywhere else. You know, everyone wants to sound like Nirvana. But there's a lot of other bands from Australia that you probably don't hear of over here. Bands like The Clouds and The Falling Joys. There's another band called The Underground Lovers, who I don't particularly like, but...
In our country it happens the same. There are a lot of groups that it's very difficult to come to the surface because of money problems of producers.
Some of the bands that he's just mentioned actually have done quite well. They have good record deals. Sorry?
In your country or in abroad?
No, in Australia they've got good record deals. It's just distribution in Europe, you know, because for us Europe is a very important market. For them, I don't know, they may want to go to England or America. So in Europe sometimes they're unheard of, but in America people know them well. So it depends on, it's the markets that all the bands are going for, you know.
There's not in Australia. There's not a lot of good record labels that have good distribution in Europe. Unless you're on a major label, a great big label, which we're not. The indies in Australia, the independents, don't have a very big distribution. I mean, Survival's one of the few, that's who the Chevelles are with, one of the few labels that actually gets our records all over Europe.
Excuse me, how many copies can they sell? For example, one of the most popular, how many copies in your country? How many copies of an LP? How many copies of records? I mean, how many thousand? Yes.
The average independent band can sell anywhere from 250,000. No, independent bands, I mean, they can sell anywhere from 500 to 5,000. That's the ultimate maximum. And most independent bands in Australia would be lucky to sell 1,000. It's a very small market.
Como dixeron os amigos, eles incluso promoven e producen moitos grupos que incluso son distribuídos en España, que parten de ventas, por exemplo, en Australia de 200 hasta 5.000 copias. Hai un movimento moi importante, como pode haber en calquera país, o que pasa que a distancia entre Australia e España produce máis problemas que facilidades. Pero de todas formas hai un montón de grupos, como les dixeron, que eu xa non me lembro dos nomes, pero os dixeron os amigos anteriormente, e que vendían e que eran moi populares no país deles. Pero que, claro, que vender entrar nas listas é moi difícil, porque para iso fai falta invertir moitos cartos. Do you feel somehow identified with groups like Lean Souls?
Yeah, I think the power pop scene in Australia, particularly in Perth and Western Australia, has been quite big and quite strong for a number of decades, I suppose. Yeah, the records, yeah, for sure, all that stuff. Yeah, the Plimsolls were a great band. Yeah.
Les gustaron moitos os Lean Souls, incluso estuveron influenciados porque escoitaron os discos moitas veces ao ser máis vellos que eles, e lles gustan e son moi respetados por eles
Mira, ¿por qué cortaron la continuación de la gira? Estuvieron en Madrid en noviembre y tal. ¿Por qué cortaron la gira y continuaron ahora?
They wonder why you stopped the gigs in November and you started again now
In January. We started off our European tour in Spain. We did Mallorca, Valencia, Barcelona, Madrid, and Bilbao. Yeah. Then we went to France. We played 16 shows in France. We did Switzerland and Germany. Then we come back after Christmas. Yeah, to start. We've been doing 5 shows now. We do La Coruña, Lyon, and Logroña, and Ciudad Real, and then we go back to Australia. Yeah.
Mira, eles fixeron unha xira anteriormente e cando terminaron se foron a actuar a Francia e agora como tiñan unhas 5 firmas contratadas pois volveron a Coruña e agora dixeron que iban a actuar en Logroño, diferentes cidades que xa non me lembro, pero viñeron porque xa tiñan firmadas as actuacións. Terminaron en novembro, se foron a Francia e voltaron aquí a España.
Mira, teñen grabado o seu último traballo de Gigante, o seu último LP. Que esperan de ese disco? Unha vez
O último que teñen grabado.
O último de Gigante. Que esperan de ese disco tras aparecer tras o verán máis ou menos? Como que o levan e se teñen algunha cousa nova preparada para sacar algún disco novo? Como é?
With due respect about your present record, I mean your latest record, if you are quite okay with it or you expecting something else?
I think it was a good indication of where the band was about 2 years ago. The record was recorded in 3 different sessions in the past. So we every band should develop and move on as we are, and I think our new album will still be power pop and will be very melodic, but I think that it will be something new from Gigantic, something I think would hopefully a stronger album.
Some stuff already recorded.
Yeah, Adrian and I are writing all the time, and Jeff and Martin too.
You've been to the studio?
No, not yet. No, only we play some new tracks from the album live at our gigs.
Present record means the past.
Means the past, yeah.
Eles están moi contentos co último disco que representa os 2 últimos anos da súa carreira, inda que ele e o compañeiro están grabando continuamente, pero de momento non foron aos estudios.
Se nota
Did you notice anything positive when you knew that your latest records were selling quite well?
Yeah, I mean, all our albums up until Gigantic were only available on import, and then they released The Kids Ain't Hip and all our stuff. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, The Kids Ain't Hip, and I think it's good. It's good for us to know that totally pleased. You know that we have established another market on the other side of the world. It's great. You know, it's opportunity to holiday and it's great. Yeah.
Sí, están moi contentos, como por suposto, de que un artista cando grava que sea conocido, que xente o merque. Eso é bastante natural.
¿Se sienten identificados con el sonido de directo de hoy mismo, por ejemplo? ¿Ese es su sonido de directo realmente?
They're asking me about the sound of tonight. If it's quite okay or is
The sound.
something peculiar?
Yeah, I think it was peculiar.
Yeah.
It was we had a lot of problems with the sound tonight. We arrived very late and we didn't have it's very hard to, and we did not have our own sound engineer, so it was hard to pull things together very quickly. We had to go out there and do the best we can, you know, and
I think it's okay.
yeah.
Di que o sonido desta noite foi bastante peculiar porque chegaron moi tarde, tiveron problemas co tempo para probar a facer as probas de son, pero na miña idea creo que foi bastante interesante porque por lo menos vimos unha actuación diferente ás que teñen con eles normalmente.
¿Qué grupos conocen de la música española?
Xaime, they asked me if you know any groups from Spain.
Well, Spanish groups we've met, you know, Insanity Wave, Pleasure Fuckers, Los Valendas, who else? Malcolm Escapa. Yeah.
Sí, mira, conoce Blaise Facas, Insanity, conocen algunos, sí, pero muy limitado, normal, ¿no?
Sí, sí, sí.
I know you know Julio Iglesias and all that. Disgusting. Is you open to any field or just to you're close just to sing and play the guitar, or you think about it in the future to do anything else?
We all have different jobs, and back at home, I used to be a psychologist in a hospital. I used to work as a psychologist, and not anymore. But I write musical plays, theatre at home. I've done one theatre. I'm working on my new one when I get back. So different things. I've got a band with my sister called the Rubies. All the time producing new bands, different things like that. Yeah.
Mira, él solía ser psicólogo en un hospital, él está preparado para hacer moitas cousas porque escribe, compón, escribe incluso pequenas obras con comedia de su irmán, pero que está preparado para moitas cousas. Eu creo que sí, porque ainda é moi novo.
¿Es posible o es descabellado un mestizaje entre el hip hop y los Chevelles?
It's crazy to mix up hip hop and Chevelles. The Chevelles.
Adrian can answer that one. Is it crazy to mix hip hop with Chevelles?
Very crazy.
Very crazy. Yeah. Jeff used to rap.
Sí, creo que non casa ben.
Es un poco crazy, ¿no?
Sí, un pouco tolo, sí.
Ridiculous notion, actually. A ridiculous notion.
No hip hop.
We don't like hip hop.
I like hip hop, but not the Chevelles.
Does, but we don't.
No, non é posible.
He's got
For example, your personal opinion about the latest record. A favorite song. Something any special.
I mean, I like Valentine. And also I like Over, the last track on the album. And I like Understand, Adrian's song.
Poi adesso che dice questa Valentine Over. Sì. They understand.
Yeah.
If you please can send a message to Gorevisión.
Pardon?
If you can say a message.
Oh, message for
to
Gorevisión.
Gorevisión,
Yes. How do you pronounce it? Gorevisión.
G-O-R-E.
Gorevisión.
Yes,
Gore.
yes.
Gore?
This is the program.
Yeah, Gorevisión. Okay. Well, do you want me to look at the camera?
Yes, please.
Okay.
After you all.
Okay. We're all doing a promo for Gorevisión. Jeff?
Yes.
Okay. Turn the microphone. Okay, you're listening to Gorevisión and you're with the Chevelles. I'm Dwayne. This is Adrian.